Do you reckon people underestimate grippers?
Underestimate grippers? In what way?
Like, why are we wearing shoes? We could all have hobbit feet. Calloused, beautiful hobbit feet.
No. No, Walker, no.
Have you ever walked around like a summer barefoot for like an extended period of time?
No, but I've seen people out in the wild, like just in the supermarkets and shopping centers walking around barefoot.
I have a confession.
No.
I had a period when I was like...
Is this going to be the end of our friendship?
No. I don't know. I actually don't know why. This would have been when I was like 14, 15 or something. For like a whole like school holiday period of like summer. Barefoot. Didn't stand... And you know what? Believe it or not, stones started to hurt less. And now here we are.
What possessed you to
it was
indulge
cool.
in such a thing?
The old
you
dirty
thought
soul.
That is disgusting.
The slap of your bare feet on the cold floor of the shops as you walk around and get a snack.
No. Are you kidding
Never again.
me?
It was 1 year and I was young.
One whole year. It's not like you tried to. You just said 1 year.
One holiday break within a year.
Okay, and
Couple of months. Summer.
A couple of months?
Summer. It was hot. We're poor. Are you making fun of the poor?
No.
Are you? Oh my God.
Shoes are not expensive, Walker.
Shoes, okay. Meanwhile, Elysa has like a wall of kicks in the back. Pulls out a different shoe every podcast. I want the same shoes. My Crocs were from Facebook Marketplace, $15.
Okay,
falling apart. Had to glue them back together.
I used to work for Nike once upon a time.
Oh, here we are.
Well,
that's why shoes are cheap for you.
No,
because they were free.
No, okay, no. Here we are. These I paid for, and like I just feel like there are plenty of ways to get shoes that are not expensive. Like obviously, you're not going to go out and buy a new pair of Nikes all the time, but Nikes are not the only shoe that exist.
You know, my wife, every time we go to Kmart, almost religiously buys a new pair of Kmart fluffy slippers.
Oh, yeah.
And
the fluffy slippers are good.
I've never been able to buy them.
Why not?
They don't have my size.
Oh, yeah.
No one has my size in Australia. Not really.
That's right.
I go to a shoe shop and I'm like, so what do you have in like size 14? They're like, this weird, clunky, ugly brick. And I'm like, okay. Done. Fastest shoe shopper ever.
Have the opposite problem. So I'm a size 7, but it's probably one of the most common sizes for women. So that's why it's always the
You're
one
the display size.
I have the display size.
They're like, here's you can have it discounted because we've had everyone try it on.
Literally.
But
literally.
Cheap shoe.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Maybe that was my issue back in the day. I went a summer with no shoes because I had none in my size.
It's really funny.
My parents gave up.
Your parents gave up. Oh, the juxtaposition. I think, I don't know. I've always just really liked sneakers. And I think I just went through a real big sneaker phase. And working at Nike for a period of time definitely, made that happen a lot more than it should have.
I think, honestly, I think how it happened with me is I went through a Havaiana phase.
Havaianas.
And then they broke or melted at the bottom because it was so hot.
Oh, okay.
And then I was stranded in the middle of nowhere, shoeless, and then, kind of just like, oh, it's too bad. Why not?
Yeah, fair.
Havaiana's like $30. $30? I don't have a job. I'm 15.
That's fair. Oh, wait. How old were you when you got your first job?
I was 18.
Really?
Oh. And I worked at Red classic Red Rooster for about 3 months. And then I got a warehouse job I worked at for 7 years, drove in heavy machinery.
Wow.
Almost instantly from 18.
The second I was legal to work, mum and dad were like, get a job.
See, it's because I was doing training before and after school for sport and stuff.
Oh, yes.
I didn't have a spare second. I've been a busy gal.
You've been a busy boy from high school right up till now.
I have.
Yeah.
I would wake up at 5 a.m., go to training, come home, go to training.
Can I ask training for what?
Basketball for before school, then footy some days, basketball the other days, non-stop.
Damn.
I feel bad for my parents.
Yeah, they
Go
would
to
have
the
had to
taxi.
be absurd. Yeah. That's not fun. That's not fun. Well, welcome.
Welcome to the Pickle Bear Podcast.
Welcome to episode 5. We've actually made it.
And we've stayed
5.
alive.
And we haven't ripped each other's heads off yet.
Yeah, it's because we have breaks in between the recording.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, it's all about balance.
But it's going well. Everyone's enjoying the pod, which is good.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I mean, we've had a lot of fun putting it together as well.
We have.
Except, do you want to know something that I noticed in our last episode?
Yeah.
I think you have an imposter.
Oh, yeah. There's someone who's probably trying to beam me out in the wilderness. Fraud is a thing. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
But
Don't do it.
one of the comments said, I love what Brandon Walker is doing in this pod. Who's Brandon?
Who's Brandon?
Who's Brandon?
Who's Brandon?
I don't even know if I really know a Brandon like that I've recently spoke to in the past 10 years.
I know a Brendan. I don't know a
I know
Brandon.
a Brendan as well. Yeah, I know a Brendan. Don't know a Brandon.
I don't know a Brandon. I want to know Brandon Walker's history, his origin, how he got to somehow impostering you.
Do you reckon me and Brandon look the same or sound the same?
I want to know if Brandon has your height.
So many. What if we got Brandon on the podcast?
As like a special guest?
And then me and him battle to the death. So there's only one
Replace
remaining.
me. I'll be the third person, and then we can have Brandon.
It's just there's like no wide shot. It's just like zoom in like me and you, or me and Brandon. Sorry, but it's just me and then me with a mustache.
You and Brandon, you're just there like going,
I can't grow a mustache, so really that throws him out instantly. Not really.
Oh.
I have patchy, like really patchy. Yeah.
That's
Go
fair.
back to episode 1 or 2, you'll see it. I was an unkept mess.
An unkept mess.
I had to shave
Damn.
before here. I was like,
Well, Brandon, if you're out and about,
watch out, Brandon.
we just want to talk.
I'm coming for you.
We just want to talk. We just want to have a chat.
There's no talking.
Okay.
Look.
How did you go from we want to have a chat to there's no talking?
Well, I'm ending him.
Okay.
Brandon's done.
Brandon's
done. We have beef now, me and Brandon.
Okay,
He
well,
better
that's
make
okay.
his statement soon.
Yep. It's all right. You don't have beef with me though, so I'm fine. I'm out in the clear now.
Find out later you're Brandon.
Whoops.
Alyssa's alter ego is Brandon to take the heat off, but
Well, you know, I am 6'7" after all.
6'7" girly, yeah.
6'7" girl.
Practically the same height.
Yeah, exactly. So it checks out.
Just don't look at us in the chairs.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brewski of the week.
Oh yeah, Brewski of the week. I got to choose this week. I'm very excited about this one. This one is the Tangerine Express.
I just realized something. Tangerine Express. Now this has tangerine and pineapple. Do you reckon they were just like, we can't say Pineapple Express?
You know what?
I think I'm onto something.
I think you might be onto something.
And the brand is Stone. Much like what a Pineapple Express kind of vibe is.
Hey.
With the at the end.
Yeah. So it's a hazy India pale ale with tangerine and pineapple.
Ready for a crack?
I'm going to let you go.
What's hissing?
Oh, that one's a hisser.
It's hissing. Whenever I see a hiss in a can, I'm like, is it going to explode on me? One
They
of these
always
days.
do make me feel very...
I always wore it.
Scared. What is that? It's just like this perfect little foam.
I was going to say one of these days we're wearing this beer. You know? One of these days we're cracking it and it's just...
Okay.
For audio... Oh my gosh. For audio listeners, Elysa is currently outside of the studio wearing her beer. sipping it off the ground. I think she's on her hands and knees trying to make the damage better. It's everywhere. I called that too.
I reckon
you gotta do the little like preemptive crack at the start. Let it hiss, let it bubble. This is Alyssa's first beer as well. Anyway, so this is, I guess, the start of how the Matt and Brandon show came ahead. Alyssa's going to Europe, spilled beer all over the podcast. She's actually not allowed in the studio anymore. They've kicked her out and put a big sign on here saying no more Alyssa's. Oh, she's back. She's back. Here she comes. Mine's still foaming too. What beer did you get us?
I don't know.
They're like, what if we put bicarb soda in beer?
I ran.
I'm actually scared to open mine. Do my crack. You haven't done your crack yet.
Why do you think? Why do you think? Okay.
We've been set up. You got a sticky hand for the rest of the podcast now.
No, that's why I got a paper towel, but it's still going.
Mine's still going too. Look, it's going. It's like you put a salt on a snail. Did you crack it?
No.
I'm scared. I'm scared to crack it. This is the most drawn out beer crack.
Done.
All right, here we go.
Okay. If I can do it, you can do it too. Are you sure?
No, I cannot. Well, my beer crack is coming in a few minutes.
So maybe I don't choose the beers for next episode?
No, I'm choosing next beers.
Okay.
Did you shake these before we came?
No.
I'm scared for the for future beers. Mine's still going.
You know what? It's okay. We got it open.
Speak for yourself. The reason you got yours open because half of it's on the floor.
It's not on the floor.
There's less to bubble up.
Anyway, so this is a really nice hazy.
I'll let you guys know what I think in a few minutes.
Let me have a proper sip. Are you okay?
I just inhaled the bubbles. Wow. You've derailed this whole thing.
I'm so sorry that I unintentionally sabotaged us both before. Well, actually, no, by the time this episode comes out, I will be in Europe.
Yeah, you'll be running for the hills, the literal hills.
I'll be frolicking in sunshine.
Fleeing the country.
Yeah.
Just me and Brandon for the future. Is it actually good?
It's actually really good.
Damn, all right.
Okay.
Nice. All right, well, I'll look forward to it.
I'm sure you'll get there in a minute. It looks so funny. You're just sitting there.
I'll sit here, yeah. So on the weekend, I went to Bunnings. We are currently doing a renovation of a little baby room.
Oh, cute.
We need some bits and bobs and stuff.
Can I ask a question? Have you hand painted any dinosaurs yet?
3.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
And I'm still yet to see a single one.
They're coming, yeah. I'll show you one day.
See.
Yeah, no, they're for the little guy.
I want to see Picasso Walker.
They're for the little guy. And I got. Now we have these things in Australia. We haven't talked about this in the previous podcast, have we? About the snaggies.
Snags?
Snags.
I don't know if we've talked about snags.
If we have, I do apologize, but I cannot. We park. I get out of the car, open the door. And immediately I'm like drawn in. I don't know what it is. Like I could go to Coles. I could go to the local supermarket shops, whatever you want to call it.
And get
the general store and buy some snags, buy some sausages.
Yeah, okay.
Hot dogs, wherever you're from, they're named different.
For those that may be listening that may not know what a snag is, give us your best description of a Bunnings snag.
Okay. So the thing is, I think other countries put them in a proper sandwich. So imagine.
This is why I said like Bunnings snag.
Yeah, Bunnings snag.
Like
so like you have your sausage and you have a slice of bread. I need 2 hands. Slice of bread, and then you put that sausage. Do people call it hot dogs in other countries? No, that's like a Frankfurt kind of vibe.
Well, now you're getting into specifics with sausages.
Anyway, sausage, bread. Place cooked sausage diagonally across one slice of bread. Onions, tomato, mustard. Yum. Buy 3 of them.
Delicious.
But they will be like $8 each these days. They're very, very expensive.
What Bunnings are you going
Have
to?
you been to You haven't been to Bunnings?
Yeah, I have. I was there 2 weeks ago. I paid $3.50.
Yeah,
so Bunnings,
okay. Maybe because I bought so many.
maybe.
But
Bunnings, for the people that don't know as well, it's a general hardware store, and they do sausage sizzles. Is it still going? Every weekend, and it's for charity. So like a community thing or a charity thing. So it goes towards a good cause.
And they book it in
but it's
their community run event stuff. They book in the stall for the snags.
It is an absolute Aussie staple though.
Have you ever like worked at one? Volunteered at one?
Oh, no, actually. I have not.
I have.
Yeah?
I had to take snag tax.
Snag tax?
I had to test for poison several times throughout the day.
You were the guinea pig?
Every day. Not every day. Every like hour.
Right.
Nibble.
Right. Just to make sure that it was still like fresh, and you got to make sure
that's right. I think if you were to like sell someone a snag and they were to make someone sick or unwell, or heaven forbid, just poison them completely, it would be bad publicity. Bad publicity isn't good for charity.
No.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took it on to myself to try every 10th or so sausage.
You know, I feel like that's an important role to have because I think about me in the last week, and I think about the mishaps I've had with food. So for those that aren't aware, that's why are you laughing?
Because I know what's happened. I've been through the same.
There was one night where Walker and I were live streaming together in the last week, and earlier that night I made this really nice dinner. It was like a butter chicken and with rice and garlic naan, and it was awesome. It was really good. Amazing dinner. Fast forward 4 hours later, I then am live streaming with Walker, and out of nowhere, my stomach went from this to this.
She sharts.
Very quick. I did not shart. Walker, what I'm trying to say.
The truth is out. Anyway, yeah, go on.
I think this is let's bully Elysa as much as she can this week because she's not in the country.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is it's important to test the food to make sure that you're not going to get anyone sick. Because otherwise you could end up like me, who does end up sick.
And I got sick as well from similar things. I got sick from the old chicken noodle.
Yeah, but okay, to be fair, I'm not eating things after its expiry date.
It wasn't after its expiry date. It was just in the fridge for a long time. I guess at what point of you cooking food is actually a pretty controversial question. At what point from you cooking food and it goes in the fridge, is it then unsafe to eat down the track?
Well, I always think...
Do you have like a day, 2 days?
It depends. So if I have something that has an expiry date on it and I haven't opened it or I haven't like broken the seal of the package for it...
It's still going.
Then it's fine. But as the second I open it, then it's only got like a few days. Because it's like open and exposed and like...
Oh, I'm cooking like if you've cooked food. Like say you've cooked the butter chicken and then you've heated and you've cooked it, served it, refrigerated leftovers.
You can only reheat it once.
Yeah, I do agree, but like how many days? What's your time frame? Because this is where I get a little bit risque. And it's bit me in the ass so many times.
Well, I feel like I've gotten risky with my food in the fridge, but I don't think it's ever hurt me the way it's hurt you. I would say like 3 to 4 days.
3 to 4.
But it's only allowed to be heated once.
Oh, I missed the crack. Sorry, guys. There you go. That's a crack. Nailed it.
How's your beer?
I haven't had it yet.
Well, I mean, is it still fizzing up or?
That's good.
It's good.
That's a Tangerine Express.
It is a Tangerine Express. It is a Tangerine Express. It's so funny when I talk about snags because people that are not from Australia are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the heck is a snag?
What is a snag?
And us TikTokers, we had a snag gift for a while. I don't think we do anymore.
Is that a gift?
Yeah, all the Americans used to throw the snags. They had no idea what it was. Easy money. No, love you guys. But no one knew what a snag was. And there's quite a few words, I guess, randomly jumping back to the snags from Bunnings. But there's quite a few words that we have in Australia that no one even realizes what we have.
Do you know what's really funny? When we were in America and we kept saying nibblies and bickies. Nibblies and bickies.
You know why though? Because bickies, like biscuits and bickies.
Bickie is a biscuit.
Well, yeah, but like to them, like they have like the breakfast biscuit, like it's like a scone. It's like a savory bready thing they have at breakfast.
Did we have this?
I don't think we did. No, actually.
I'm lost.
The Miami, the Fontainebleau buffet might have had some. I don't know if you got any though.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
You eat like a mouse.
I don't eat like a mouse.
And there's maybe like, give me
small.
one of everything, and there's like 100 items of food.
I just always, I don't know, when it comes to breakfast buffets, I always default to the fruit.
You like a bit of fruit and a croissant.
I'm like, oh, cantaloupe, oh, watermelon, oh, this. And it's just like a nice, fresh way to start your day.
Like, Elysa, I got us a whole plate of bacon.
Walker comes with like bacon, scrambled eggs, like everything else. But yeah, nibblies and bickies were two things that people didn't realize that were Aussie that we said.
Yeah, bickies.
Yeah.
Bickies are a weird one. And what's another one? Bogan. No one knows what a bogan is.
Yeah.
When you think
I
like,
feel like it's such a broad term. Hey, bogan.
Well, yeah, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but if you're from like Melbourne or Sydney, you don't sound too bogan. If you're from Northern Queensland or like
I always
Northern
say
Territory,
the further up north you go in Australia, this is going to be spicy. The further north you go, the more Australian the accent
the more
is.
yeah nahs you throw into a sentence.
Yeah, the more yeah nahs are thrown, the more twangy it becomes,
more
and you're like,
twang.
oh yeah, nah, all right.
All right.
You know, that's kind of how it sounds. But hang on, another thing that Melbourne has that I think is only a Melbourne thing: magic coffees.
What's a magic coffee?
A magic coffee.
I don't know what a magic coffee
You know,
is.
I didn't even know what a magic coffee was until recently. Like, all of my colleagues just started ordering magics. And I'm like, magic what?
I want some magic in my
everyone's doing
life.
their coffee runs and I'm like, yeah, cool. I'll just get my latte or my long black. And then everyone's like, I'll have a magic. Yeah, I'll have a magic. And I'll have a magic too. And I'm like, what the fuck is a magic?
I want a magic.
Yeah. So apparently it's like a small like shot of coffee. And it's like the teeniest, tiniest bit of milk. Like...
Is that just
But
to
apparently
like,
it's like measured in a specific way.
I was gonna say, is this just like the cool down on espresso so you can like a long black so you can drink
think
it?
so. It's like just
in a
like a
reasonable amount of
really
time.
concentrated coffee. It's like a teeny bit of milk. But apparently it's only a Melbourne thing. Like if you were to go around New York, for example, and go, I want a magic, people will look at you and be like, what's that?
Is that every cafe here? Can I go order a magic after this podcast?
Yeah, you absolutely could. You absolutely
Check
could.
out the Snapchat, guys. There's going to be some magic. That sounds wrong.
That does sound wrong. Don't say that sentence again.
Going to show you guys some magic.
You've been so loose with your sentences lately.
In the after hours social media, I'm going to show you guys some magic.
Yeah. Keep drinking your Tangerine Express. Well, it's funny, like even I don't know if this is an Aussie thing or this is an everywhere thing. But I know that some cafes around Melbourne get really iffy around dirty matchas. Do you know what a dirty matcha is?
Like a matcha latte. Dirty with coffee? I know about dirty chai.
Yeah, same thing. You think that like people would be accustomed to it because dirty chais are like chai lattes with the shot of coffee. But then around Melbourne, for some reason, some cafes, they do it. And then some cafes almost give you like the biggest side eye if you order a dirty matcha.
I think dirty matcha is very much like an inner city thing though. You would never see a dirty matcha in the burbs.
No.
Like where I like way out from the city, there's you don't even see a matcha.
Really?
Not out this far.
That's fair. That's fair.
You went there on the weekend. There's no dirty matcha there.
No, there is no dirty matcha there.
Ain't no dirty matcha, right?
There is no dirty matcha there. There is nothing of that nature. But yeah, I don't know. I always find it very interesting how like either Melbourne or Australia has certain things that are so normal to us. It's like any country that is so normal to us but they just don't.
Melbourne
resonate the
has
same.
like 20 multicultural, 20 different ethnicities in one town, and they're like, let's fusion it all together.
That's why I love Melbourne though.
Get creative,
Melbourne is so lucky, and we're so spoilt for choice when it comes to like cuisines, when it comes to drinks, when it comes to anything, because everyone just gets hella creative. At what point though does it
It's
get
too creative.
Yeah, I was about to say, have you ever
Yeah.
been to a place where you've gone and looked at the menu and let's say a curry and rice, for example, is spelt out on a menu with like 15 different buzzwords to make it sound like it's like super fusion-y?
Oh yeah, and like the problem is, and I'm the sucker for it. Like if I see something, I haven't had before, I'm like, oh
Yeah, I remember we were talking about it with the Avo on toast kind of debacle.
well, yeah.
But then, yeah, sometimes with restaurants, like they get hella creative. And then actually, perfect example. I went out to brunch yesterday, right? It's this beautiful Japanese place. And like they had like a whole array of stuff. And they had this thing which was yakitori, right?
Lovely, delicious,
But
but how simple? It's chicken on a stick.
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 Yeah.
But basically, like they had this full description of, we're going to serve you chicken grilled yakitori on flatbread with wasabi salsa and like all these other bits and
Sounds kind
bobs.
of good though.
Right? It sounds kind of good. It was basically just a chicken taco. I got the plate and I was like,
This is a taco.
oh, it's a chicken taco.
What's like, so when we were planning this podcast, we went to a Japanese place kind of near us here, and they just had, it was just like a plain old teriyaki chicken. Like, no, it was like a chicken katsu or something.
It was a chicken
But
katsu.
she comes over and explains the menu to us, and she read out every single item and was like, here is the chicken. It was fed for this many days on this specific diet, and it is crumbed with bread from the Yarra Valley. And we're like,
we were sitting there
katsu.
going like, it's a katsu. We know this order.
Just give me my chicken rice and curry sauce,
Yeah,
please.
we want to just sit here and do things. But no, she riffed off the menu for a long time. Classic Melbourne experience.
She lingered.
Classic
Leave
Aussie
me alone.
experience.
Let me order. Does that sound bad?
No, sometimes I do. The best thing to come out of COVID was QR codes.
Oh.
QR codes at a restaurant. Oh, I'm
I
happy.
actually have a story.
Yep.
We have tangent.
We are Tangent City today.
We are like long gone from whatever we were talking about
We
originally.
started off with Aussie slang and budding snags, and we've now tangent over to this. But in a way, it's kind of just an accompaniment of food and drinks in Melbourne. So
I guess so. Yeah.
if anything,
Starts with a snag.
It starts with a snag. It ends with a
QR code.
a yakitori that's chicken tacos.
Well, yeah. We went to a very fine establishment called actually, yeah, there's quite a few of them. The Sporting Globe. Have you ever been to the Sporting
Fine
Globe?
establishment.
Fine establishment called the Sporting Globe. Anyway, it's a sports bar. And we were like, they have like daily, like, certain day of the week specials. So we're like, let's go check it out. I wouldn't mind a bit of a cheap burgie, a cheap Parma, whatever
Love
it was
a
at the day. I think it was
burgie,
Parma.
love Parma, not Palmy. For
And
anyone else listening,
it's
it is
Parma.
It's Parma.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
And what happened was, so there's QR codes there.
Yep.
And we are the only people in the restaurant. Like, it's the middle of the day.
Yeah, but sometimes
It's like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, amazing. Let me have my seat. Let me order my QR
Let me have my
code.
seat. Let me order my food. Let me be content by myself.
So
and
the
like,
guy comes, he must have been bored out of his mind because the guy just ignores the QR code, comes over.
He probably just wanted a chat.
Yeah, and well, he did
he
because he
probably
never
saw-
left. I'm like, sit down, like may as well.
Yeah.
But he kept going on and on and on. And he's like, oh, you can order from the QR code, but who wants that? When you can just talk to me, I'll help you out right away. And I'm like, me, I want that.
See, I can be very extroverted, but like sometimes at a restaurant, like I love to just sit in silence and just like do the QR code thing, just chill with my partner and just not have to have social interaction.
I guess
I understand why people would want to come over to kill time, because I reckon what would have happened is you would have gone in, sat down with Tyler, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then this guy would have been like, oh my God, a customer. And then just beelined.
Oh.
Because he would have sat there staring at the wall, and then he saw he saw someone to interact with.
It wasn't.
He was still getting paid, I'm sure. But like, you know how sometimes you just need things to pass the day?
But the problem is with that type of person who would do that, like,
How far is too far?
how far is too far? But also, it's usually like the people that are slightly weirder. You know what I mean? Like the people who don't not weirder, but like
The people
this
who
guy
are
didn't
too
understand
fun.
social cues. Like we could have gone there for an anniversary lunch at the Sporting Globe or something. You know what I mean? Like that question wasn't asked, and it was just like he just would not go, and he was trying to crack jokes every 2 seconds, and I'm like, yo, my Palmer.
Where's my Palmer?
Let's do it.
I'm hungry.
And then afterwards, I'm like, so where about that guy? And then, because my wife's very extroverted and I'm very introverted.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was like, how about that guy? And she's like, yeah, I thought he was quite nice. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding me,
See,
right?
I feel like I can be extroverted. Don't get me wrong. Anytime Stacy and I are at a restaurant and a waiter or a waitress comes over and they carry a conversation, I'm carrying the conversation, and Stacy is sitting there going, ha 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 ha.
I'm Stacy.
Yeah, you're essentially Stacy and I'm Tyler. But then the second they do leave, though, I'm unlike Tyler, who's like, that was nice. I am like you, where I'm like, I came here to have a dinner with Stacy. I didn't come here to have a dinner with the waiter or waitress that wanted to riff 10 jokes or...
Maybe my wife's sick of me. Probably.
Oh.
Spends too much time with me.
Aw.
Craves the interaction of anyone else.
Goes, oh my God, thank God, someone else. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Well, on the note of, I guess, partners, we asked our community a pretty fun question this week. We thought we'd spice it up because, like, the community confessions were getting pretty hectic. To the point where I was getting messages and people were like, oh, I don't know if I can stand another salty surprise.
The salty surprise is a meme now. Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, look, I don't know if I can withstand another salty surprise. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough, because I didn't even expect the salty surprise.
Yeah, no, that's my bad. And look, it has been mentioned. We obviously live stream every night as well, and the salty surprise has been mentioned quite a few times.
You mentioned it to me when we were collabing the other night.
Because
you're like, oh, lucky
this
isn't a salty surprise.
You think I have original content ever? It's all the chat. I just read it and take everything they say.
Poor chat. Your poor chat.
I come out hilarious to whoever's on the other side. Meanwhile, like I got like 4 people in chat just cracking one-liners.
Yeah,
like,
and you're just like, thank you, thank you,
salty surprise.
Thank you. Salty surprise.
That's it.
Alrighty. Do you want to share the question that we asked our community?
Oh, yeah. So we asked them, what is something that either like your partner or a best friend or a close relative or anyone does that they think is normal,
but really
it's really
annoys
weird or annoying.
The heck of you. Yeah. We got some really interesting submissions for this one. There was some people that were ready to ruthlessly at their partners.
Oh, some people are really upset in their relationships and probably need to seek help.
Some people maybe need to seek help that's not two besties on a podcast. We do. We really do. But at the same time, we also care. But so please, like, we're not here to out anyone's partner or anything. But we did get some good ones.
There are some good ones. Yeah, 100%.
Are you ready for the first one?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
so
ready.
the first one was, and I could relate to this.
Yeah.
Someone said their partner constantly double books himself or forgets about plans, plus is always at least half an hour late. My other friends accept it as normal, but it grinds my gears.
Can I just point out something really quickly? Wasn't it you that we talked about the New Year's story? Like, no one wants to end up on time to a party. I'm just saying, I know someone who purposely arrives late.
There's a difference, okay?
I'm getting on the attack here before.
Are you sad?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So 3 cute girls on New Year's Eve rocking up to a house party, which is a huge social gathering, is one thing. But
planned.
if you are like an hour late or half an hour late to like a dinner or someone's birthday or something that's a bit more intimate,
that's kind of annoying.
There's a difference.
That is a difference.
There's a difference. Thank you. Cool. I rest my case.
What time did you so I had a thing on the weekend. What time did you arrive, Elysa?
Okay. In my defense.
I'm so sorry, but this is too easy. It was a sitter. Winding it up.
In my defense, okay, we both live very far from each other, okay? And my area at the time, which was a Saturday morning, was swarmed with traffic to the point where we couldn't even get out of our own suburb. And it took us almost 2 hours just to get to yours that day. 2
hours?
Yeah. And that's why I was late. I messaged you before the start of this event saying that I would be late. And I also messaged our wonderful friend Ducky saying the exact same thing.
I love Ducky.
We love Ducky.
I know. I just wanted to ignore all the other parts. I just wanted to point out that you were late. Anyway, yes, that is annoying. I feel bad for that person.
You are the worst. Okay, need I remind you who was your calendar at the last convention that we went to? Could you please say that louder for everyone?
You may have helped plan
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if
things.
the listeners can hear. Could you please just say that one more time?
You did help plan a lot of things. I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. I confess. I'm not good at planning. I always thought this confession was about me.
He's hopeless at planning.
But the double booking thing, if I forget the bookings in the first place, my go-to is just let my wife book everything because I'm too scared that I will book something over something.
You're hopeless.
Yeah, I don't book. This podcast right now is the only thing I booked. Yeah.
It's the only thing that I can secure fortnightly. But everything else, gosh.
I can't tell you what I'm doing this Arvo.
What do you mean? What are you doing this Arvo?
I don't know.
No? You don't know? You are the worst.
To be fair, I know. I actually, we put a calendar on our fridge. So whenever my wife tells me something, and we have a shared Google calendar as well, she puts it in there, then puts it on the fridge.
Yeah, okay.
And then I still don't make any bookings because I'm too scared I'll book over anything.
So throughout the last convention we went to at DreamHack, every time Walker sent me an invite to a lunch that we were going to or an event that we were going to or something, I would always be like, cool, Walker's told me the time, the place, the address. I'm going to put it all in my calendar so I have it there ready to go. Then on the day, I remember the first one was the TikTok lunch that we went to. Walker was the one who tried to get me this invite, and then I get the invite, and then on the day, Walker goes, where are we going?
You know what the best part was?
What time are we going? Elysa, do you know anything about this lunch? And I'm like, you invited me.
Yeah, you're supposed to remember.
I did.
And the best part was you had other plans and I was trying to double book you.
You were trying to double book me. You were like, you'll be free here so we can chuck you in for this, this, and this. And I'm like, no, Walker. I'm also busy. But yeah, no, I am not for someone that double books, nor am I someone, I understand if there is a extreme circumstance like Saturday where it did take Stacy and I, there was an accident on the road.
Yeah.
It was actually really bad.
I feel bad for them.
Me too. Yeah. No, you do not. You outed me the second you had the chance.
I don't know who they are.
Anyways.
It's probably awful.
We sympathize. We sympathize. I'd like to think I'm normally punctual to things. I'd like to normally think that I'm punctual to most things.
Don't make me out you again.
What else are you going to out me to?
There's been like 2 events we've been to in the city where it's taken me an hour and a half to get there. We went to the Viva thing.
I got there on time. It started at no.
I sat out the front for 20 minutes
Who
in the
got
cold.
there early?
They almost closed the doors on us.
They did not.
They asked us to get there half an hour early.
You didn't tell me that.
And then I'm like, Elysa, I'm 10 minutes away. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm just getting, I don't know what to wear. Like you live 5 minutes from the venue.
You did not tell me.
By the way, the trams are also late.
You did not tell me that we had to be there half an hour early.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It's done. It's done.
Okay.
Just do better.
Okay. Just do better? Damn. Alrighty. On that note.
What's the other one?
Let's settle for the next one because I think this is continuing to be the Let's Add Elysa episode.
I'm enjoying it.
That makes one of us. My housemate blasts the AC and leaves all the windows and doors open so you can get some circulation.
That's expensive.
In this economy?
That's expensive.
That was part of that as well.
In this economy.
In this economy. You know, that actually sounds like something Stacy would do.
Really?
Yep.
He's like, I'm heating the outdoors.
Have I ever shown you the photo of Stacy in Sapporo where he's wearing a t-shirt in the snow at nighttime and it's -3 degrees?
Why does that not surprise me? To be fair, though.
It makes me cold looking at that photo.
To be fair, though, he has, and look, whenever I see Stacy, he's wearing a nice thick shirt. Like it's a t-shirt, nice. But it's a thick shirt. I'm like, where do you get those thick shirts from? I've never seen them, but I like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're a thick shirt. They're almost like borderline could be a jumper, but it's a shirt or a sweatshirt, whatever you want to call it.
I will say the man dress is nice.
Yeah.
He knows how to, ask him.
Just so we can be twins.
Ask him. Well,
I'll never have the beard, but at least I'll have the shirt.
You have the shirt. That's okay. That's still part of it. I mean, because he was expressed, actually, funny stories, a little bit of a tangent, but he was saying yesterday that he's always very envious of me because of my size, because of how easy it is for me to buy clothes versus him.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what happened to me the other day?
I was like, the first thing I said was, you sound like Walker right now. Go on.
I went to buy some clothes and I get in there and it was just jumpers. I'm like, I need some jumpers, need some like warmer clothes.
Some more beige clothes and beige sweaters that you can copy from.
And I was like, do you have anything like 2XL? Because that's my size. It's my size. And then they're like, no, we actually sell out 2XLs instantly because everyone wants a baggy, warm jumper. And I'm like, I can't wear anything smaller. I can't wear anything smaller. And this happened at the TikTok thing in Miami as well. Like they gave out like TikTok branded
I've hit a nerve.
Hoodies.
I've hit a nerve.
The 2XLs were gone because everyone wanted a baggy hoodie to hang around in. I'm like, I just want a hoodie. What am I supposed to do? Hulk out of a medium? Like, come on. Be considerate.
I'm so sorry that I've hit a nerve.
You've hit a nerve.
I'm the person that's buying the 2XL.
What size is that, Elysa? Is that 2XL right there?
This is a men's small.
Okay.
Okay, this is a men's small.
Though.
Thank you. It's very
I like
cozy.
the Snorlax hoodie.
Yeah, it's
For
very
the
cozy.
audio listeners.
I'm wearing a Snorlax hoodie. This is like my pride and joy at the moment because of how cold it is in Melbourne.
It looks cozy.
It's very cozy.
I eyed it down because I got the email saying that was released as well. And I was like, if I buy that in my size, I will look like Snorlax. So I probably shouldn't get it. And then tuned in that night to Alyssa's stream. She's wearing it. I'm like, respect.
Okay. Did you say that having the AC on and having the windows open is something that you would do? Because I know you also run warm as well. I'm the opposite.
No, it's chaotic. I worked in an electricity company for like 4 years.
Oh.
It hurts me.
It hurts you how?
Like deep down. If someone was to do that. Yeah. It's just some people, like unless you have like a ducted kind of thing where you need to have like that flow through the house.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing. You do need sometimes like depending on what you have, but it's just stupid.
I guess.
I don't want to get technical on like how heaters work.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I understand. Yeah, it's probably not the best for that. I just think I get cold reading that, you know. I'm the person that's like got 4 to 5 layers on.
You're like a lizard. Need a heat lamp.
No. A heat lamp, that would be nice. Oh my gosh, a heat lamp would go so well.
Next week we're gonna have like a nice big bulb, a heating bulb
just
above
right
Alyssa's
in the
head.
middle here. Just
Just one of those furnaces you have at like the pubs.
Oh,
where
I
you can,
love
like,
those.
gravitate around.
I love being toasty warm. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like, yeah, in this economy, that would be too expensive. I would agree with this person.
No.
I would not do it. I would not do it. Purely from a cold standpoint, I would get too cold with the AC on at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay.
Someone, this is someone's confession about their friend. And their friend, they quite regularly get ice cream. And their friend brings little, like, the portable snack packets of tomato sauce or ketchup for those in America so they can put that on their ice cream. And they love it. Love it. But it's like a...
Wait, what ice cream?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
That's my first thought. What ice cream?
And then like a chocolate, no way, right? But then, that being said, I haven't tried it. And now I'm curious.
If you turned around
have you
to
got
me,
some vanilla ice cream from French vanilla? I don't know why I said French like that.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh,
and then put a cheeky bit of ketchup / tomato sauce right on top of it and go.
I don't know if I can do it.
Try it.
I don't think so. No.
We're trying it.
Okay, we're trying it.
Next pickle bit, no.
I mean, I'm not opposed to trying it, but I just.
I'm genuinely curious, and one of the reasons being is.
So is this one that someone submitted that their like friend does?
Yeah, their friend does it, and they think it's weird.
Right.
Like whenever they go out, their friend brings tomato packets of sauce and puts it on their ice cream.
I'm about to sneeze.
I'm sneezing, then Alyssa's sneezing.
At least I don't have to walk out of the room.
See, I'm a forceful sneezer. It's a mess if I sneeze.
Sorry, that was like the smallest sneeze in existence.
Alyssa's like,
Sorry, please go on.
For the audio listeners at home, Elysa sneezed and it was like just a blink, the equivalent of a blink. Anyway, yeah. So I was always like, I guess if you go to like a gelato messina where like they get really creative with their savory and sweets.
Yeah.
Like you think of like a shortbread in an ice cream. Or one thing I did the other day was I got some plain chips and some vanilla ice cream, crushed up the chips, crushed up a bit of chocolate, went all Cold Rock on it, and then mixed it together. It was amazing.
What chips?
Plain salty chips. Have you not had it? It's a game changer. If you're at home, get some potato chips, crisps, whatever, where in the world you are, crush them up, put them in vanilla ice cream. Thank me later. I'll vouch for it. You can come for my head if it's bad. I'm that confident it's good.
You're that confident.
I got my brother to do it. He's like, you're a wizard. I'm like, I know.
You're so proud of yourself. You're like, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust.
Okay. I feel like we're banking up things to try for like a special.
Oh, we need to make some videos for sure. When you're back from wherever you're traveling.
Europe?
Just your world trip for like 8 months. We'll make some videos.
I reckon that could be a fun one.
Yeah.
Like Don't Yuck My Yum edition where people submit their wildest
We
things.
try everyone's yucks.
We try everyone's
to see
yucks.
if they're yum.
We try everyone's yucks to see if they're yum.
Yum.
Okay. I have another one. What are you laughing at?
I'm excited. I'm nervous. Excited.
You're nervous but excited. Okay. So this one is their partner has to have music or sound playing at all times of the day. So from the minute they wake up, they have to have music, or when they're not doing anything, they have to have background TV noise, and it's throughout the whole day. They need
Doesn't
to
like
they
silence.
don't like silence.
Maybe they're running away from like the thoughts that get in their head when there's silence and nothing else.
Oh, that's really deep, hey. Wow. That's so deep.
You know, therapist here.
Don't say you're a therapist.
I'm not a therapist, just for legal reasons.
For legal reasons, Walker is not a therapist.
Don't ever listen to me ever.
No, take it from my
no.
experience. No, I As someone who is very extroverted but can sometimes be quite introverted, I love silence. There is nothing I love more than, and this is not something that I really ever get to experience anymore, a lovely afternoon at home where it's like a nice sunny day. You just have the windows open, cool breeze just coming in. And you're just sitting at home vibing. This is life before I took up streaming.
Before you were an influencer.
Before I was an influencer, before I streamed every night on multiple before I started a podcast, you know?
Yeah,
but like it's a rarity because I have like every fortnight, I guess, I have a somewhat nothing day. And even if I had that as my environment, just to sit down and do nothing for a bit, it's really nice.
I think my equivalent to that was when I used to do long car drives and I was absolutely wrecked. Sometimes I just drive in silence. Nothing but silence in the car. I'm trying not to fall asleep.
Silence driving. So, I was going to say, is that like in an effort to keep yourself awake?
Oh, I don't know. Nowadays, I just blast the music. You know, I'm running on like my 8th coffee of the day. You know, there ain't no silence here. I'm pumping those tunes.
I was going to say, I think you have to like get that energy out one way or another if you're having 8 coffees a day.
Every now and then, I'm like,
just
you know what?
behind the wheel going,
How would this rap song sound in an Australian accent? I definitely don't do that often.
Don't lie. Yeah, cool. So I guess we would disagree with, agree with the person who put it in. I don't know if I'd be able to handle constantly having sound. Sometimes like when there's this one cafe that I like going to, and on some days it's really nice, but on other days I'll be sitting there and I'm like, it's sensory overload because of how loud it is. I'll just go sit outside.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes it's nice just to sit in silence.
It just depends on the situation, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. The last one I had.
Yeah, let's hit it. I have no other ones. They're okay.
That's okay. Yin to the yang. Sometimes we'll like get some ones on one side or the other. And this is why we both do it because we never know what we're going to get, right?
Yeah.
Last minute plans / changing things at the last minute.
Oh.
Nothing grinds my gears
I hate that.
more than people changing plans at the last minute.
You know why though? Because we
are already so time poor.
Yeah, and we have planned whatever is happening into that into that week.
Around that thing.
The only thing I would say is though, if there's something that you kind of didn't want to go to and then they're like, oh, by the way, it's cancelled. You're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Yeah, I have had a couple of those.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. Like when let's say you're going out for a dinner and it's during the day and you can't be bothered. So then you go.
Day dinner?
No. Like it's during you're like planning your day around this dinner and it's like during the day. You know how you sometimes have those nights where you're like, oh, I've booked this dinner with this person. I can't be bothered, but I have to go. But if I cancel, then I'm not going to be able to rebook it because we're so busy.
Yeah, you just had a bit of a fuck day.
Yeah, you just gotta suck it up and do it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really for last minute plans / changes. I admire people that have more free schedules. I think like power to them. Maybe they're not feeling well. And I'm sure there's situations for each. But if someone maybe just goes, oh, I'm not feeling or I'm not vibing it, then like, yeah, sometimes I would grind my gears a bit.
For me, it's the last minute invites. If someone invites me to something last minute and be like, very like, hey, like, do you want to come for like board games tonight? And it's like 4:00 and they mean 5:30. I'm like, no.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to out me there for a second.
No, why? Why shouldn't I out you?
Well,
you're going to give me a reason.
Can you please give me another reason to add to this episode?
I've repressed anything that you've last minute invited me to that hurt me deep down. But
well, I don't think anything ever hurts you deep down when I invite you to things. I just like to find excuses to hang out. But I do remember.
I wasn't going to out you at all for the record.
Oh, were you? I was so ready. I'm like, I've been beaten down to a pole this episode. You know, it's okay. I can take it. I'm a big girly. I'm going to Europe.
I'm just sad she's leaving.
Yeah, you are.
I'm lashing out.
Again, by the time this episode is out, I'll already be gone.
She won't be here, yeah.
Yeah, at this point in time of us being recorded, I think Walker is extremely salty that I am leaving.
There's no one here besides me.
the Maybelline event, I gave you like 2 days notice.
60 days is fine. I'm talking like an hour.
Oh.
Like, hey, what are you guys doing tonight? You want to hang out? And it's like 5 o'clock. I'm already in my pajamas. Please leave me alone.
Yeah. If someone is messaging me at 3 or 4 in the afternoon going like, do you want to go for drinks? I'll be like, no. No, I don't.
No, you messaged me at 11.
Yeah, you message me and plan this stuff in advance because I also have things that I need to do at nighttime.
Yeah.
AKA lock myself in my stream room for a few hours.
We plan our schedule a week in advance, and that's what we expect of everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They were all the ones that I had.
Honestly.
It's interesting though because a lot of them are very relatable.
They are quite relatable, yeah.
And so like thank you everybody for submitting them. It just made me realize that, you know what's really nice about reading these things sometimes? It makes you feel like you're not alone when you have the thoughts that you have about things. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes, like let's say for example, when last minute plans change and I get annoyed, I'm like, is it me? Am I the problem? Should I be getting too annoyed at this? Or for example, if I'm wearing multiple layers of clothing at home and then I sit there going, is it me? Am I the problem? Do I just run really cold? And then it just, sometimes this is just very validating.
You just feel seen.
I feel heard.
There you go.
Feel seen.
The other ones that I have on mine, look, I'm not even sure if they're not just my wife just lashing out, She said there's ones in there being like, he shaves his beard and not all the hair's cleaned up. And I know for sure that not all the hair is cleaned up at home right now. There's a few strands just hanging out there in the sink that I didn't quite get to.
I'm so sorry in advance.
So you know what? I'm going to be leaving there.
No, don't do
No, not the hairs. I meant the questions.
Oh my God. I thought you meant
I'll clean up the hairs later. It's fine.
No, be like, you cannot be doing that to your pregnant wife right now.
It's actually surprisingly hard to get every single hair. You think you've got them all. And then there's a little tiny...
Hairs just come out everywhere.
Come out of everywhere.
Yeah, out everywhere. What's one thing you've been loving / consuming this week?
I have been consuming the news. Wait, we do...
Oh, that's right. Before we even get into that,
there's some things that have been happening.
There has some things that have been happening. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Great segue.
We've been keeping up with like the news and stuff sometimes.
This is like my favorite thing to come out of the past week. I can't believe I forgot it.
You completely forgot it. Yeah.
I completely forgot it. Okay. Justin Timberlake. JT, my boy from NSYNC.
Do you know what? Actually, last night I was playing a game with my wonderful friend. His name's Jackson, and he was like, "We're playing a game where
Is his last name Timberlake? Jackson Timberlake.
Jackson Timberlake. Yeah, it's him.
Wow.
And we were playing a game. We have to work together. He's like, "We're so in sync. You can be JT," and I'm like, "Oh no, no, not now."
At this point in time, you don't want to be Justin Timberlake. Why?
He got done for DUI.
Oh.
Cheeky boy. Naughty boy.
Yeah.
Naughty boy.
You know why this has been my favorite thing of the last week?
Have you been keeping up with all the goss on it?
Just the memes. The memes that people have been coming out with are so good because when a celebrity gets arrested and then the way that it gets announced is it's like the mugshot, right?
Yeah.
And people just take that mugshot
and
they run with it.
They run with it. They go.
Run with it. It's so good. But that and also the whole situation and how it panned out is so hilarious to me. Because obviously, so Justin Timberlake, and we don't condone this at all, was driving under the influence of something. Gets pulled over, obviously gets the DUI, and the first thing he asks is, is this going to ruin my world tour?
It's going to ruin my tour. I think he actually missed a couple of shows because he was in jail.
Well, do you know what the cops said? What tour?
The person didn't even know who he was.
They didn't even know who he was.
Cry me a river.
I mean, yeah. He's just trying to bring sexy back. Come on. Okay, he's going on a world tour. He's trying to keep relevant.
It's hard to be relevant.
It's hard to be relevant when you're crying rivers trying to bring sexy back.
A few more DUIs and you might be able to hire him as like a wedding singer down the track.
A wedding singer? Can you imagine him at a wedding? Bye, 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 bye. Just singing like his one-hit wonders.
He's got some like wedding singer backup dancers that are like that go with him on tour. Have you seen JT on tour?
No.
I have.
Have you actually?
I was like pretty like front stage of his last one, the Future
Sex Love Sounds?
That's the one. And it was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
The only reason I know that album so well is my dad used to play that on repeat in the car.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was like, why? Like Justin Timberlake, he's like, oh, it's just so good. And then like fast forward to today and he's getting arrested.
Oh.
But yeah, some of the
The leg's
memes that
numb.
have come out have been very funny. Someone photoshopped an iPhone, like a hand with an iPhone in front of his face. I felt really bad for this, but someone pulled a clip from a concert that he performed at.
Yeah.
Going like Justin Timberlake straight after his DUI. And it was just him singing in a concert, but he had the most bloodshot eyes.
Well, apparently.
But it wasn't obviously from afterwards. It was just like a clip taken out of context.
Apparently, he's had like an alcohol and drug thing like in the past where he just gets absolutely smashed. Like it's not a uncommon thing. Yeah. I read that.
It's crazy how celebrities
I
go through
read
that.
sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Just sometimes?
And he had that thing at the Super Bowl where he flipped Janet Jackson's titty out.
Sorry, what?
I think it was a wardrobe malfunction. I can't really remember. But they were doing
Oh,
the half.
yeah, because you watch the Super Bowl every
Yeah,
year.
they were doing the halftime show, and then like I think he went over, and it was supposed to be like a brassiere or something under, but he like ripped off the entire thing, and her titty fell out in front of like I don't know millions and millions and millions of people.
No, because like the halftime show is the show. It's
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, so it was like a pretty big thing, and I think Janet Jackson was like really embarrassed, obviously, because you know
Oh,
the whole world
yeah.
had seen. There was like a pasty
How long
on.
ago was this? It sounds like it would have been.
It was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Like Janet Jackson's definitely not relevant anymore. Not really.
I haven't heard that name in a while. But still, that's crazy though.
But yeah, I think they got fined like $500,000 or something.
$500,000.
Yeah, and I don't think MTV was ever really allowed to be associated with the halftime show again after that. I'm not sure actually.
We should look that up.
We should fact check.
Wait, has anyone?
Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. If you're watching, let us know in the comments as well.
We should just make up random stories that are wrong for comments. People can correct us, get angry. You didn't hear
What
this.
if we've already said something wrong and people are going to come with pitchforks?
Maybe, and torches. Don't have the torches out here.
Please educate us.
Flaming torches.
Flaming torches. Yeah. No, I think, I don't know why that's just been the funniest thing to me in the past week, but the
It's
memes have been-
everywhere.
It is everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, I do love
Wait.
a meme though.
I remember you were mentioning this to me briefly, but has Britney Spears come out at all?
Oh,
Do you know if she has or
I
hasn't?
don't know. She said a lot about him and like her. She did like an
Because Britney
like
Spears
a
is
autobiography series thing.
Yeah, well, she's on her own little adventure at the moment, I guess, kind of with her, online presence. But
Well,
that's like
she
a whole
escaped
category
the
in
whole-
itself.
That's a
That's
whole
a whole
deep
category in
dive,
itself. It is which we won't
deep
get
dive
into.
conspiracy nonsense.
But obviously, I know. I remember reading somewhere. I don't know if she's come out yet, but people were questioning if she was going to come out and say something.
I know they questioned. Oh God, who is he with? Is it Jessica Biel?
I actually don't know who he's with.
His wife commented saying that she's disappointed, and that's the worst type.
Oh,
Not angry.
That's the worst
disappointed.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
If
like I thought better of you.
Yeah. If
Mm.
anyone was to say the words, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, that is like Ralph Wiggum. You know that episode of The Simpsons when he was dating Lisa and he's in the crowd and Bart was replaying that
Oh
video?
yeah, you could see which point his heart's breaking into
Into
kind
like
of thing.
a million pieces. That's how I feel if someone ever says, not that anyone's really said that to me, but if someone was to say, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, cut me up into a million pieces and I'll be singing Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Like, that'll be my anthem.
Damn.
I could not. Yeah. But yeah, no, I am keen to hear / discover more about what happens afterwards, because the only reason the spotlight is on him is because everyone's laughing at his mugshot. And I feel really bad.
I
but
saw like 30 of that mugshot before I saw anything. I didn't
yeah,
even know what was
all
going
I
on.
saw was the mugshot.
I thought it was like an album cover.
Yeah, like maybe we could update and see if Justin Timberlake has actually come out and said anything, by the next episode or something.
I think he has.
Has he?
But I'm not up to date with it.
No. The furthest I got was, DUI, memes, mugshot, and then from there, I mean, it's all pretty fresh, really, at this point in time.
There's always something.
There's always something going on with them.
Going on.
Always something going on. Speaking of things, now that I remember, what is something that you've been loving or consuming over the past week?
I haven't been consuming too many things. I've just been it's been a busy week, but I did have a baby shower.
You did.
I had a baby shower.
That's the same event that Walker called me out for being late.
Yeah. So we had a baby shower. It was heckin' cute.
Baby showers are so cute.
It was cute, but I went around and I was doing the rounds, getting all the food and the drinks and all the stuff, and it was a lot, to the point where when people finally got there, I was like a shell of a human.
You were cooked.
I was pretty cooked, but I was up at because I did my streams and edits, all that stuff, and then I was cleaning the house at 3 a.m. and then I was up at I don't know, 7, 8, whatever.
This is going to sound really bad.
Yeah.
But so Stacy and I, we love a good people watch.
Oh, yeah.
We love a good people watch. And especially at social gatherings, with friends and stuff, if we can tell that they may be a little bit out of it, we love a good people watch.
Yeah.
We were having the biggest giggle at just the state that you were going throughout the day, because you started off so strong.
Yeah, I started strong.
As the day progressed, when you say shell of a human, we could see it. I don't think everyone else picked up on it. But
I got to the point where you guys left and I was like, get out of my house.
Well,
literally, get out of my house. I'm going to bed.
Leave.
And they were linked. People will stay an hour and a half after you left.
An hour and a half?
And I'm like, get out of my house. I need to sleep.
No, that's so fair.
Yeah.
It was really funny because, by the time
I love everyone, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we love, I'm sure we absolutely love everyone.
No offense to anyone. I was just so tired.
No. Even I think back to that day, and I think back to the amount of times that I tried to not leave because I wanted to leave, but leave because I could tell that you were a shell of a human.
Yeah.
By the end of it, Stacy and I could see you across the room, and it was like you were staring into nothing.
It's partly my fault.
No, it is, but also at the same time, this is the hard thing about hosting things at your own house, right? You never know how people are going to react and how long people are going to stay for. In my family, we always have this one relative.
Oh, yeah.
There's always one in every family.
Don't listen to the pod. Alyssa's relative.
He would not know what a podcast is. It's fine. On the drive home from your baby shower, Stacy and I were talking about how there's always one person in the family where you're just kind of no one's really not necessarily a fan of them, but they're just kind of there. So for me, it's there's always a Trudy in a family, and then for Stacy, there's always a Felicity in a family where they're their
actual names. You dropping names?
No, I'm just making up names.
You're wild. Trudy Felicity.
I am wild. They also, if they were to listen, they don't know what a podcast is either, so it's all good.
But, the real names. You're throwing them right under the bus.
But in terms of overstaying a welcome, they're always the ones that will just overstay the welcome, and you just never know how to approach how to get them out of your own place.
Oh, what? See, we just didn't invite those people. We didn't even have any of those people. I think we were just tired.
That's fair.
Yeah. And Tyler's very pregnant.
Well, that's the thing. I think when I finally got around saying hi to Tyler, I could tell that she was just knackered.
Yeah.
Which is why I was to Sas, we got to leave. But also everyone is still here. So are we leaving early or are we leaving on time? Because it looks like we're leaving on time because we looked at the time and it was the time that you wanted us to leave.
Yeah, we played a whole game when you left.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. We didn't actually.
Oh. But we were just conscious of it,
Yeah.
But it was a really cute day.
It was a good day. We got spoiled.
Y'all got absolutely spoiled. Yeah, Bambino's going to be a spoilt baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The problem, the thing that I'm scared of actually is that my wife is obsessed with the little boutique stores, the baby boutique stores where it's
they're kind of cute though.
They're so cute.
They're so
but it's
cute.
$40 for a shirt they might wear 3 times, but it's so cute.
It's so cute. cute.
And the little shoes?
Yeah.
But like, how much are they going to wear shoes?
Well, I hope that they're always going to wear shoes.
Never. With the 15.
Especially after the story you told at the start of this podcast. But yeah, no, it reminded me of last year when I was in Paris and I was at Disney and I bought a friend of mine, Bryce. You know Bryce.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how long they're going to wear this, but I'm going to buy it anyway because it's adorable. It was a little fluffy Minnie Mouse zip up hoodie and it was the cutest thing on her for like 4 weeks.
The Disney baby clothes are just... I bought Winnie the Pooh shoes as well.
Oh,
tiny
those little
shoes.
Yeah. That's so cute. That's so cute. Meanwhile,
What'd you get up to?
nothing. I've had so many birthdays in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but there's always, I feel like for everyone, there is always a period in the year where
It's birthdays.
everyone's birthday stacks up.
Yeah.
So for me, it's May and June.
For me, it's like March, April, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I had 5 birthdays in May.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing, like, it must sound like I have a lot of friends. I really don't.
Yeah, true. You quite often were like, I'm out at a birthday, I'm out at a birthday, I'm out at a birthday. I'm like,
I know, it must sound like I have a lot of friends, but I really don't. So, okay, I'll go through it. So there's my best friend of almost 20s from high school, May. Stacy's dad, May. My dad, May. And then a really close colleague from work, also May. And there's one more in there that I'm probably forgetting, but I'm pretty sure is also May.
that's a lot of May.
That's a lot of May. And then June is my auntie's birthday. And then Stacy's birthday, Janae's birthday, and your birthday. But your birthday, Janae's birthday, and Stacy's birthday is 6 days apart.
Yeah. Speaking of, this is where the blast toys came from.
Yeah.
Alyssa got it for my birthday.
Yeah. I had to, be nice and gift a couple of things before I leave.
And now it's here forever on the pod.
It's so cute though.
That's so cute.
It suits the dog and everything so well.
Yeah.
It's very cute. But yeah, no, I've just been swamped with birthdays and it's just been like one after the next, after the next, after the next.
Fair.
And like for me, it's like I don't have many friends. Oh, it's going to sound really bad. I don't have any friends that I like go all out for on my birthday because I'm all about quality over quantity. And I feel like although I may know a lot of people, I'm like...
You got your core group.
I got my core group.
Yeah.
I got my core friends.
That are all in May.
That are
June.
all in May and June, and my bank account weeps, but it's okay because it's worth it,
Yeah.
It's worth it. Well, this has been a fun time.
It has.
We've gone on, excuse our many tangents.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a chaotic episode actually.
I think it's because I'm on holiday mode at the moment, and my brain is just like all over the place.
It's been a long week, a couple of weeks for us, I think. It was very, very busy.
To be honest with you, aside from birthdays and baby shower, we both have been very much head down, work.
Yeah.
And sometimes, especially around this time of the year, it does get like that. Everyone that I've talked to, all our mates that I've talked to, everyone's just busy grinding. And you know what? I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for the grind.
Yeah.
I love a good grind.
I like a grind.
I love a grind.
Move over Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Never mind. She didn't get it.
I did not get it. I'm so sorry.
She played it on stream the other day too.
Wait, which game?
Tony Hawk.
Oh, you
A
said
grind is
sorry.
when a skate. You have like
No,
a pole,
I know.
and a
I know.
skateboard.
Wait. No, okay, I get it. All I heard was Hawk, and I was like, Hawk what? But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, great game.
Great game.
If you are not following us already on all of our socials, it
Follow
is
us.
Pickle Bear Pod. If you want to watch us as well, we have all of the episodes available on YouTube. And we'll see you next week.
Next week, me and
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here. It's now I've been replaced by Brandon.
I miss Brandon already.
Oh.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.